Welcome, O life. I go to encounter for the millionth time the reality of experience and to forge in the smithy of my soul the uncreated conscience of my race. Why is it that words like these seem dull and cold? Is it because there is no word tender enough to be your name? Every life is in many days, day after day. We walk through ourselves, meeting robbers, ghosts, giants, old men, young men, wives, widows, brothers in love. But always meeting ourselves. Your battles inspired me, not the obvious material battles, but those that were fought and won behind your forehead. The artist, like the God of the creation, remains within or behind or beyond or above his handiwork, invisible, refined out of existence, indifferent, paring his fingernails. To live, to err, to fall, to triumph, to create life out of life. The actions of men are the best interpreters of their thoughts. Michael Robartes remembers forgotten beauty and, when his arms wrap her round, he presses in his arms the loveliness which has long faded from the world. Not this. Not at all. I desire to press in my arms the loveliness which has not yet come into the world. His heart danced upon her movements like a cork upon a tide. He heard what her eyes said to him from beneath their cowl and knew that in some dim past, whether in life or reverie, he had heard their tale before. There is no heresy or no philosophy which is so abhorrent to the Church as a human being. And if he had judged her harshly, if her life were a simple rosary of hours, her life simple and strange as a bird's life, gay in the morning, restless all day, tired at sundown, her heart simple and willful as a bird's heart. All things are inconstant except the faith in the soul, which changes all things and fills their inconstancy with light. But though I seem to be driven out of my country as a misbeliever, I have found no man yet with a faith like mine. A nation is the same people living in the same place. Heart of my heart, were it more would be laid at your feet. She respected her husband in the same way as she respected the General Post Office as something large, secure and fixed, and though she knew the small number of his talents, she appreciated his abstract value as a male. But my body was like a harp and her words and gestures were like fingers running upon the wires. Think you're escaping and run into yourself. Longest way round is the shortest way home. The artist, like the God of creation, remains within or behind or beyond or above his handiwork, invisible, refined out of existence, indifferent, paring his fingernails. History, Stephen said, is a nightmare from which I am trying to awake. You forget that the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and the kingdom of heaven is like a woman.